Yep.
Okay, so much in line with Sebastian's presentation, which has been really cool for me. So we are going to share also some insights and thoughts about CPaaS, Communication Platform as a Service, from a telco perspective. The title of the presentation is Should Telcos Give Up on CPaaS? But first of all, some words of play. As I'll say, we are presenting a couple of years from now. We are now a convergent operator in Poland, where we are already the mobile market leader. The investment and engagement of the Iliad Group, which is becoming an important telco player in the European market.
Hey, Jesus, if you could keep close to the microphone because we're sort of losing you on audio level.
Okay. Good, right? Okay, so just mentioning the investment from Iliad Group has provided some fresh blood to our strategy for the next year. My name is Jesus. I'm engineering manager in the value-added services, TV and devices department, where we are trying to do some cool telco and IT stuff. So this is the agenda where you can check that there are some spoilers. So maybe let's keep moving. So the point of the first part of the presentation is related to that question, right? So telcos can hesitate to invest on CPaaS, maybe when they start to think about providing such services for their customers, or if they have already started, but it's kind of a checkpoint where they have to decide if move on or not. So there are some reasons why telcos could hesitate. One of them is, as we know, that telcos are not innovating at the speed of other industries. So again, like in many other areas, is it too late for investing on CPaaS? And this is much related to the players that are already in the market, like as the sponsors like Twilio, Bonus, Infobit, Ring Central, MessageBeers, and Radisys. They have a huge portfolio on CPaaS and much experience on that, so it's difficult to build by ourselves such powerful products, right? Already, so we are behind. And the crucial question is if we decide to invest on CPaaS services for our customers, if we will need to build by ourselves the platform, or we should buy some product from the players I mentioned before, where we can revenue share or whatever, right? Which it will reduce the business case for sure for launching these services. So all these questions together will make the hesitate the telcos, but I think it's still worth it, right? So it will be funny to end up with this beautiful representation, but I will elaborate on why we think so. So there are some reasons to believe.
Sorry, Jesus, could you just keep the mic close to your mouth? It's just the audio level is a little low.
I will move to the wait a second. Is it now better?
Oh yeah, far better.
Better now?
Yep, that's far better.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Can you hear me? Okay, sorry, I didn't say you. I had to restart this game. Okay, sorry about the technical problems. I'm not a technical guy. Okay, so I was saying that there are some reasons to believe, and let's see which are these reasons. First of all, even though telcos are not the most popular brands for the customers, they are really well-known brands. So all of you and all of us in this conference, we know what is Twilio, right? It's like Google or Facebook for us. but for regular barber shop or whatever, some guy that has a business that is not involved at all with telco or IT, they really don't know what is Twilio, really. So I think that we have small advantage on that. And this is related also with the sales network that Telcos has, right? So we have sales people traveling during the whole country, the whole territory. They have their channels with clients. They are all the time searching for new clients and keeping contact with existing ones. So this is something that other industries or maybe a startup doesn't have to. So this is also a kind of opportunity for us. And also very important, not only for CPaaS, but again, telcos are, with the time, just, let's say, internet provider, right? Mobile internet, fixed internet provider, and on top there are plenty of services. So I believe that many other services, it could be CPaaS for B2B, are really an opportunity for increasing customer base, for retention. So keeping the customers, and it could be make the difference to have such services for getting new clients in comparing with your concurrency, right? So, said that, let's go to the second part of the presentation, where I will quickly review which services we have already and which lessons we have learned during this journey. Okay, so we have, as we presented like 2 years ago, we have a service, virtual PBX service called Virtual Centralka. It's almost 6 years already in production. It's mobile only, and during all these years we have added plenty of functionalities that make it a possible solution, like a call center for not only really small businesses but even medium ones. As you can see, I will not list all the functionalities that we have and more. We have web panel where we can log in, as I saw last year in my mobile identity presentation. We have also end-to-end encryption for recordings, which is very important for security. I will talk about it later. And since already 2 years, we have also a complement service that is SMS gateway. That in a web panel you can configure plenty of functionalities regarding SMS. You can configure campaigns, personalized campaign, and some incoming rules. And in general, is much in line with Virtual Centralka, so both services provides value to our B2B customers for SMB. And at the beginning of next year, we are going to launch a new service, which is kind of combo from Virtual PBX and SMS Gateway in one service with reduced functionalities, and this will be more related to smaller businesses. So you have already some context about which are the services we have right now, kind of CPaaS. And these are some lessons learned that we have learned during all this journey. First of all, related to we said at the beginning, at least in our experience, it went well so far. We built our own solution, so we built a voice platform and leverage APIs on top of it. So all our services are built on using APIs. We use open source, Free Switch, Camelio, and with the help of our partners, local partners, we made really reasonable solution, cost effective, which let us sell these services in a really reasonable price for our customers. So this is also important. Don't reinvent the wheel. This could be a bit annoying when I just said that we create by ourselves a platform, but this is more related, for instance, to CRM functionalities that it's not a telco functionality, so we are not CRM experts. There are plenty of CRM solutions, and B2B customers are more related to, more informed about these services that they can buy by ourselves. So I think in this case is kind of better to integrate with the partner, with the share empowerment and share revenue. And of course, this will be needed for this integration. APIs are mandatory, right? And much in line with your discussion with Sebastian, in our case, we failed to provide the developer portal. We failed in terms that we didn't have enough support from the organization to do that. But I believe that it was maybe because the business case, right, it was not so attractive like providing CPaaS services. But providing APIs along with your services, it could increase your customer base, because there are some customers that they have developers, or there is some technical guy, and besides the interface from the web panel, if they can use APIs, it will be really interesting, and it will also attract more medium companies. Okay, this is user features request selection. Especially at the beginning, when you launch your service, you start having your first clients, and clients start to not only maybe raising some bugs or whatever, but also some ideas. You want to make everyone happy, right? So you almost want to do anything that your customers want. So you have to have cold feet, analyze well what it will be useful for the majority of the customer base, and not do everything of any customer wants, even if it is one customer that is really important. Customer support for B2B. This is also related to the Joao comments from yesterday. Our company was really B2C oriented only, right? And when we started with these services, we realized that another SLA and independent group, support group of people is needed for supporting these clients from B2B. One B2B client that says that one call didn't work or one recording is missing, and they can say that they lost millions because that call was so important that whatever, right? So the SLA and priority and monitoring, everything should be high, right? Analyze nice to have features. Here, what I have in mind is that, for instance, we didn't find any use case for video, right? So now people can use Jitsi, for instance, or any other tool for video, and we didn't find a way, I don't know if monetize it or whatever, but we had WebRTC, for instance. We play with WebRTC, as I mentioned. We had to resign because it was really painful, the maintenance and all the upgrades, all the lack of standardization. So we decided to resign from that. I believe that now it's a more stable situation, but still we don't need it. We can perform click-to-call functions without WebRTC. So that's what this is our experience for now. About RCS, not need to comment anything else, I think. Security. It is obvious now that typical DevOps best practices, shift left, test before launch for sure, make security audits and so on. This is obvious, but it wasn't so obvious a couple of years ago, and we have some issues. So you have to take care that it's not only your customers' data, it is the data of the customers of your customer, right? And a breach of data of any recording or whatever, it could have really bad implications. So this is quite important, and that's why we added the end-to-end encryption. So all recordings, on even all the text message data, are encrypted with the public key of the customer. So we don't have the private key. So if it will be a kind of lack of breach of data from our customers, it will be encrypted, right? So user experience. We are quite happy how our solution was designed, especially with PBX, which is not so easy to configure or to understand. We knew how our concurrency in Poland had more or less was working the way how they were configuring the virtual PBX, and it was really difficult to understand, even for a telco person. So we try to think more like in a customer head, someone that is not technical, is not involved in telco, to make completely new point of view how to configure it. And I think 90% we did it well. And also it's really important when you are planning UX, how to configure your solution, how it should look like. It's important to consult with UX experts that are not telco, right? So the UX experts that are completely not out of the industry, but are not technical, and maybe they are not in CPaaS, because for sure they have really huge value and ideas that you wouldn't came to. And this is also quite important. Be your first client. So if you can, of course, use your solution before lunch, but if not, even use your solution after lunch. So just an example, our network operation center, our NOC, when the pandemic started, they had to work from home, so they were sitting here in the office, and we configured for them our virtual PBX, and they are using till today. So first of all, not only they can raise some bugs, but they can also have some ideas. For instance, thanks to that, we just implemented a feature that is called on-call, right? So if you redirect a call to a group of people and there is an on-call engineer, all the calls will be directed to the on-call engineer, and only in case he is not answering, you will hand him to the rest of the users, right? And about Branca SMS Gateway, we are also, some departments in the company is using this service, and I think that this feedback is really valuable when you are using for yourself. Okay, so just finishing with some next steps. I just added some new features that we would like to integrate. For sure, something about speech, machine learning, AI, some sentiment, and so on. We would like to test at least, but this is not so easy, or we will have to eventually check some solutions ready out there. Outbound IVR, just for providing to our customers campaigns, voice campaigns, right? Not only SMS campaigns. We will try to avoid some robocalls and some spam. Convergence as well. For medium companies, still SIP phones, those phones are still used, right? So we are going to try next year for sure to integrate, to add the possibility to be not only mobile solution, but also if some customers still have their phone, that they could have their desk phone, and also do fall back to the mobile phone if needed, right? And this is also quite important information. Thanks to the acquisition of by Play of UPC and 3S companies, our portfolio of B2B has increased significantly. So we can provide not only services for the SMB, which it was the topic of this presentation, but also for bigger players, where we can also customize services, complement not only with CPaaS services, but with internet services, TV services, and it will be, I think, Play will be really a huge player in the next future in Play in terms of B2B. And that's it. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you.